Hey everybody, Seth V here for the KnifeCenter here at Blade Show 2024 at the Bestech booth. Here with Combo Design.
What's up everybody, my name is Grzegorz Grabarski, aka Combo, and I am a knife designer working with Bestech.
Sweet, let's take a look at some of the designs here. We're going to start off with one of yours.
Awesome, let's go.
Let's jump in with one that came out not too long ago that is sort of just hitting the shelves now.
Okay, this is my design. The name is Seraph, after the guardian angel with 6 wings. So we have a premium line, BT line. The steel is M390, and we have a little play with gray color on this finish, like different coatings, different finishes.
Right, so everything's gray, but it's all a different mix of textures and sort of different tones of gray. So you got the bead blast on the grind with the satin finish on the flats. And then here on the handle, all the titanium's been treated a little differently. So it's sort of a more matte gray around the pivot there.
Yeah.
And then a nice smooth sort of more stone wash gray on the handles. Very nice. You can appreciate it in the light as you turn it around.
Yeah. And I was trying to make something look special, maybe futuristic, but at the same time to keep the ergos on point and to be pretty useful as EDC tool.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. You got some, you sort of pulled and tweaked the shape a little bit, but it's still very much a neutral handle that I think is going to work for a lot of different hand sizes.
And this knife is available in a few different color and material matchings, so...
Sure. Yeah, Bestech always offers a ton of options that way.
Yeah. So this is Seraph.
Beautiful. And this one is available now?
Yes, you can buy it right now.
Great. Well, let's go to something that is not yet here, but coming very soon from Combo here. Tell me about this guy.
So this is the Razon. It means reason in English. And this is my modern interpretation of traditional Spanish navaja, which was always my favorite knife shape from history. And I made it look more more futuristic and more combo style.
Sure.
So yeah, the very thin handle with very wide blade.
Right, sort of a characteristic of the style.
Yes. You have like thumb disc. With if you try, you can even deploy it straight from pocket.
Okay, with a little practice.
The speed holes is kind of thing right now. So you have this fluid shape. And the steel on this knife is MagnaCut. It's my first knife with MagnaCut.
Nice.
So BT line, titanium MagnaCut, and it's coming soon. It's just like hitting market.
Cool to see that Bestech's able to use MagnaCut. It's been on a couple of the upcoming and recent knives.
Yes, there will be a bunch of knives using MagnaCut.
Yeah.
Which I think is fantastic steel.
Yeah, absolutely. This design, I can see where you're coming from with the navaja. Like the very exaggerated clip point still comes down to a very fine point here, big belly, broad blade, but then that skinny handle, very characteristic. And again, you know, even though that you've pulled and changed this handle to make it more your own, it's comfortable, still stylish.
Yes, and I was trying to make also the golden spot between usability and the clean, kind of artistic look.
Yeah.
So I think it will be quite good for EDC also.
Yeah, you know, despite how broad the blade is, it's not hugely wide when it's folded up. I think this is going to be a relatively easy knife to carry. I do like the oversized thumb disc as well. I mean, sure, you sacrifice a little bit of space.
Yeah.
You know, it overlaps into the cutting path, but it's very easy to use to deploy. It feels similar to just a regular thumb stud.
It's like I didn't want a flipper tab on this one to make the bottom really clean looking. And actually this knife is really fidgety. You can spidey flick or thumb flick very easy, and is.
There's an interesting feature here. The thumb plate kind of curves over. Yeah, it's got a tooth on it to help you get it open.
Helping to fast deploy from the pocket.
Very cool.
But you have to be careful doing that.
Yeah.
Because it's not the best for the pants.
Yeah, I've had a few torn hems from,
Yeah.
from too many waves myself. All right, let's check out this next knife, which is coming soon. This is the
VK Navy.
VK Navi.
And designer of this knife is my friend Steven Kempa, aka Vulpex Knives. A very talented designer, and this is his like third collaboration with Bestech.
Yes. I remember a similar, smaller version of this design.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was really cool.
His language, design language is really recognizable.
Yeah.
And you can see
Sleek and
this
stylish.
little detail like copper dot on the blade.
Yeah.
He liked to use this detail as
Right
his
there.
trademark.
Yeah, it's a nice subtle brand, piece of branding on the knife.
Yeah.
It's a cool detail.
And you have also MagnaCut steel on
Nice.
this knife.
I think MagnaCut's a great fit for this knife in particular because I could see this working great as a bit of a tiny prep knife in the kitchen.
Yeah, maybe kitchen knife, right?
Yeah.
Have the same feeling about that. Yeah, and it's a front flipper, so
Yeah, nice,
fidgety.
nice,
and-
good amount of leverage you can get on this
Yeah.
tab. It sticks out pretty far. Yeah, I've got no problem front flipping that. And Bestech tunes their detents just right
Yeah.
to make it very easy.
They made quite a few front flippers in the past, so
Yeah, this is really nice. I'm feeling that chef knife inspiration more and more, even in a pinch grip. Works
actually
great.
Steven liked to cook, so I think his mind was with this design was to make it kitchen friendly.
Yeah, I really appreciate that in EDC design. All right, let's check out a new knife, a coming soon knife called simply 9.
9.
Numeral 9.
This is a knife designed by Polish knife maker and designer Rafał Brzeski, aka BRR Knives. This is his first collaboration with Bestech. You can see the clean lines. It's quite simple and elegant.
Yeah, elegant's a great word. It's a
It has fantastic action.
sort of stretched out silhouette,
Yeah.
and the satin finish on the blade. Is that whether it's hand applied or not? I'm not sure, but it really adds a touch of class to this. It
Yeah.
lengthens the look of it even more. It is just a nice shape. I'd call it a dress knife, but it might be a little big for that. This has got to be
Yeah, it's
3.5
quite a big
inches
knife,
of blade,
actually,
yeah,
yeah.
at least.
Full
And-
size.
Steel on this is M390. Yeah, beautiful. I'm sure this will be available in a number of different configurations.
Yeah, for sure. Dark version and I think a few light ones. So just the name is just 9.
Nice. Do you know the inspiration behind that? Why did you go with that?
I'm not sure about that, but I think Rafał can speak someday about this knife. I like it a lot, actually.
Yeah, me too.
Rafał
It's very elegant.
He is very skilled knife maker, so he knows what to do. When he get a prototype, he disassemble it and examine each small
piece individually?
Yes, he's tuning all the prototypes by himself. That's why I think it's one of the best action.
It's very smooth.
Very smooth, actually. Yeah. So
Wow. Yeah. All right. So the last of the sort of premium level Bestechs that we're looking at today is the coming soon Spearfisher from Todd Knife and Tool. I believe we took a look at this at SHOT Show, but it's very nearly here, so we wanted to hit it again because this is a design that I think a lot of people are kind of excited about, especially those who've been stopping by the Bestech booth. It leans even more into the gentlemanly, dressy knife.
Yeah,
even in the
executive,
9 did.
right?
Yeah,
something like that.
very slim. Made to be put in a shirt pocket, for example. Kind of looks just like a pen when it's in there. Yeah,
And you have inlays from marble carbon fiber and hidden frame lock for the locking.
Yeah, I'm glad you pointed that out. It does two things, I guess. It helps keep your fingers from kind of grabbing that frame lock closed when you're trying to flip it open. And it also acts as an over travel stop. So
Yeah.
as you're unlocking it, it just stops naturally right at that inlay. It adds just a nice, simple, clean look to it.
Yeah, I like design of this knife. It's like a spear, right? It's very pointy.
Yeah, there is still some of the Todd Knife and Tool kind of like, I want to say maybe aggression in their design language.
Yeah.
Especially with this tip that's been flat ground for extra strength out here. So even though it's quite a narrow blade, the tip is not too delicate to do some more
Absolutely.
serious work with. But it's a hollow grind throughout the rest of the blade. Yeah, this is going to have, especially for an executive knife where it's such a thin blade to really get good cutting geometry with, that hollow grind is
Yeah,
going
and
to help.
it feels really strong, you know. It's executive knife, but like
Maybe
full
like rebalanced a
functional,
little
yeah.
bit. Yeah,
So spearfisher,
Spearfisher. And that's Fisher with a PH.
fisher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the email scams.
Yeah, exactly.
Watch out. All right, so now let's look at some of the Bestech budget line stuff, starting with the new Mini Dundee Double D10. And I
Yes.
believe these are available now on KnifeCenter.com, but this is just a new, slip joint
The smaller
flipping version.
version of best-selling Bestech Man, the Dundee, designed by Ostap Hell, also a Polish designer.
Nice. Very clean again. Ostap Hell, at this point we're familiar with his kind of design language and his work.
Yeah.
I like his sort of signature cutout there in the handle. It lets you get good access to that jimping, and even though it's a slip joint, having a flipper there gives you more confidence that the blade's going to stay in place. You can really brace against it in your grip.
Awesome.
And flipping action is great too. And let's see if I can even do the flip close. I always have to try.
Okay.
There we
got
go.
it.
Okay.
But you have to be careful when you have double detent. You also have to be careful when you're cutting something.
True. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't have the advantage of a lock, but it does have the advantage that it is, permissible to carry in more places. Oh, I should say the steel on this, which is going to be
It's
D2.
D2, yeah.
Yeah.
And this knife is already available in KnifeCenter, so if you like it,
Yeah.
you can check it out online. Many colors of G10,
Sure.
different.
I'm sure they got a stonewash blade, black coated,
Yeah.
all the
satin,
permutations. All right,
like Bestech usually do.
the last knife on the table here is the soon to arrive Ivy.
Yes.
So another Ostap Hell design.
Ostap Hell.
I believe this is sort of coming down from the premium
Exactly.
tier. So now there's a budget, more attainable version with
The-
14C 28N steel and, like you were saying, tons of colors of G10, different blade finishes.
different variety of colors. Original Ivy from premium line has been released like 2 years ago, and the feedback from market was we want budget version. So what Bestech do is listening to the customers, and they brought to the table budget version to reach more audience with this
Yeah.
beautiful kind of tactical knife,
Yeah,
because you have the recurve blade. So
I like this as a more budget knife. I mean, the premium one's great, but I think being at that high price point makes it hard for people to take a chance on a bit
Yeah.
of an adventurous design like this. So now that it's more affordable, people can give this very distinctive, recurved, almost Warncliffe-like blade shape a shot. I mean, this is the kind of blade that really leads with the tip, and that tip is wicked, wicked sharp.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be fun to use and very sort of precise and
perfect for cutting boxes,
yes, yeah,
cardboard boxes. Yeah,
yep. Getting in there, yeah.
I really like this design. It's one of my favorite Ostap designs from Bestech.
Really
Yeah,
interesting. It's probably one of his more unusual ones too. Would you say?
yeah. He
fun.
was always trying to keep things significant. Yeah.
Definitely. All right, well that's the end of the table. That's all we have to show today at Bestech Knives, but there were a number of new prototypes that I'm sure we'll be seeing more of soon. So keep it tuned to the channel. We'll be sharing all the news as we see it here at Blade Show. And make sure to stay tuned for the rest of our coverage.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Seth.
Great to see you again.
Great to see you.
See y'all soon.
Bye.